Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the secret feature video. These are videos I make every single time an update comes out for Minecraft on the consoles, where I show you features that were included in the update but that weren't on the official changelog. The reason I do this is because if you assume the official changelog is meant to be every feature in an update, then there are some features you might miss out on, and today I have 5 more secret features, and again, this update has been so filled with secrets. These are like, 10 through 15, and yeah, hopefully you do enjoy these 5 extra ones because a lot of them are pretty significant. So yeah, hopefully you do enjoy the video, like it if you like it because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like the secret features. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? So let's start with the very first one here, which is a really cool one. I thought I noticed in terrain, but then a lot of people tweeted me, and I was like, wait a minute, yes, this is something that has changed, and it's a 1.10 change, where basically when you grow a bone meal and mushroom up, you'll usually get a normal huge mushroom like this. You're all probably familiar with this because, again, it's a really cool little feature in Minecraft, but every now and then what's going to happen is instead of getting a normal height mushroom, it's going to get pretty much double the height. So it happens about 1 every 6 times, so hopefully I have enough mushrooms here, we can get this to happen. Also, that's too close to the wall. But yeah, basically, you got about a 1 in 6 chance of getting, yeah, there we go, a double tall mushroom. So yeah, here's the normal height for mushroom, let's say 4, 5, or 6 blocks. This is one that's something like 12 blocks tall. This will happen when you bone meal the mushroom yourself, just every now and then with either a red or a brown mushroom, but it also happens in nature too, and that makes for some amazing looking roof forest. Like, go to a roof forest, just look around, and you'll find some really, bizarre stuff just poking out there, which is pretty cool by itself, but like you just saw, you can also make it happen with your bone meal. So yeah, it's about a 1 in 6 chance, so if you want to only have huge mushrooms, you got, okay, there we go, twice in 5 times, pretty good stuff. So yeah, there you go, huge mushrooms, or huge mushrooms if you will, now generate naturally in survival, but also can be found in, also can be found by bone mealing them, which is really cool if you ask me, because again, I just think they look pretty cool. So with that said, let's move on to the second secret feature from this update, which has to be to do with end portals. So assuming you've gone to the end since this update, I mean, there's not too much to do there besides get the end brick, then you might have noticed that putting your Eye of Enders in the end portal will give you a new effect. That's right, there's a very subtle particle effect now when you put something in, as well as a tiny little sound, which is pretty cool because it just makes it feel a bit more epic, the whole like, I'm going to the end, because every, thing you put in there is going to make it work that little bit nicer. So yeah, they've slightly changed the process of going to the end, and again, that's going to come up at some point in the next major update, but for now, it's just like, the end is a nicer place to go to, very slightly. I wonder what's going to happen there. But yeah, that's all for now. Let's move on to the third secret feature, which is actually to do with banners. So again, this is something that, you might not know, because the banner is actually an entity because it moves very, very slowly. And a fun fact about entities that you might know if you're really into the game is that pretty much every single one of them has a limit. Even items, if you drop them on the ground, if you have more than I think it's more than 100 stacks, they start to despawn. So yeah, this is actually true for banners too. There is a limit to the number of banners in the world. So I believe I have 14 in my entire world right now. Let's see how many we can actually get to, because the exact number is going to vary, again, from time to time. But here's, let's just make a whole row over here, and let's see how many banners we can get to, because again, fun little fact you might not know is that there is actually a limit on banners, which is something you might not expect, because look how many British flags I have in a row here, or I guess UK flags, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, look how many of these I have in a row here, just a big old stack of them. But eventually, if you try to place too many of your banners in a row, that will give you a brand new limit message, which is to do with banners. So again, this is something you won't usually come up yourself. They're very unintensive, and even if you have all 100 right next to each other in the field of view, it's not going to affect you too much, but it is another source of potential, lag and stuff if you're allowed to have too many of them. So yeah, the number is somewhere near 100. I think we're about to hit it in the next few seconds, or maybe it goes on forever and it's all just little thing. But yeah, basically, as you can see, there is a massive number of banners. It took me all the way to the edge of the world, and it's going to take me a lot of the way back, it seems. So yeah, this, as you can see, there is a lot of banners available on Minecraft console, which I think is pretty cool. I think, even though they do cause that tiny bit of lag, the fact that the game is optimized to handle so many of them potentially, just like this, is really, really cool. And yeah, I've seen a lot of different numbers from different people, which makes me think the number is actually, variable based on, what's going on in your game. Again, I thought 100 was the exact number, but I've clearly gone much over that right now. But there is eventually a limit on the banners, and I'll skip to where we get there so you can actually see it. Okay, so it took me all the way back to here, and I did a brief count, just a quick estimate, and it's about 125 in each of these rows. So as you can see, you can get just over something like 250 banners in your entire world, which is an insane number. You're realistically never going to hit that in a survival world, but just in case your big plan was to have the biggest row of flags ever, eventually what does happen is this happens. It says the maximum number of banners in a world has been reached. A brand new little limitation on something, again, that most people wouldn't expect, and that wasn't in the changelog. So yeah, as you can see, another cool thing about banners is they actually, like chests, chests, they have a shorter render distance than most other blocks, which means if you want to have like a secret direction thing that can only be seen for a while, you can do that using the banners. So again, just a tiny little things to banners that you might not have known previously. So let's move on from this to the fourth secret feature, which I would back out and show you, but it's going to be kind of tricky because basically it is to do with Tumble. So if you haven't played Tumble since the update, it's worth, giving it a little check because they have added the new blocks into the Tumble there. So you can find end brick there, this block over here, mixed in with the end stone. And when you have nether-based stages, you'll find red nether warts and you'll find the nether bricks as well. So far I haven't actually seen any proper magma blocks, but like you see a lot of other stuff in there, and it just makes Tumble look that a little bit nicer. And it's TU43 Tumble now. Very slight differences between TU42 Tumble, but it has changed a little bit, and it's something that's nice. Also, they fixed a bunch of stuff with Tumble, but I don't think that counts as like brand new exciting secret features. But yeah, that is the fourth secret feature. Tumble has been changed, and you saw it somewhere on screen about that. And let's move on from that to the final secret feature in this update, which is one that I think is cool enough that I really want to do a live stream on it. So maybe tomorrow there'll be a whole stream on it, because basically they've changed the SuperFlat options to add in a bunch more. So of these new ones, what you might expect if you're just being like, well, I mean, it's you can kind of argue it's a secret. It's a bit weird that it's not on there, but is having red netherwart blocks really that exciting? But they've allowed you to even have magma as your surface block, and this is really cool because it means that if you want to, you can play like the floor is lava, but on a worldwide scale. So that means that try make a fun challenge of like you're not allowed to crouch, you've got to take the fire damage, and again, it's like the floor is lava, but on the entire world scale, and it sounds really really cool to me. So I think I'll be doing a stream on that because there's so many fun ideas I have on like, oh yeah, why don't we make a race to the end while you're trying to like not tread on the fire? I think that's a cool idea, and that's something you will see at some point in the future. But yeah, the secret feature number 5 here is the fact that you can add more blocks. Again, red netherwart, it's not too interesting to do. If you look at the end brick, it's like, I guess that would look kind of nice. Those are the blocks that are like, I guess they have some use maybe. But the one I really really like is the magma block. So yeah, magma blocks are now possible in your custom SuperFlats, and you can do some pretty cool stuff with them. I'm looking forward to doing that personally because there's just more stuff. Also, it's a tiny one, but also if you make like any of the new biomes or new stuff, you will be able to find that. So if you want to see a lot of igloos, then obviously you make a tiger biome or a snow flats and stuff. And it's a pretty cool thing you can now do. Anyway, with that said, I hope you did all enjoy today's secret feature video. If you did all like it, like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like secret features and stuff like that. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one, and tomorrow for a Floor is Lava live stream. So goodbye.